Well, happy Sunday, everybody. We had a great morning of worship with Teen Challenge in Anderson, Missouri this morning at, I think it's Faith Chapel Assembly of God. I might have got that. Chapel. Great congregation. It was a great service, and I really appreciate the opportunity to be there. This song has been on my mind, and I feel it's important, and honestly, I'm really a little nervous because I really want to say something today, and I don't know who it's to. Sometimes I never know if anybody hears this or not, but I feel like today, especially, that someone will hear this and maybe give pause and think about it. I think that this song, it means a lot to me because I realize the words, and I realize that it's true because right now we have a lot of new interns, and these guys that I bear responsibility for to lead and show an example to that they've all been somewhere dark and alone due to choices that we made, and now we're back, and in God's grace and His mercy. And I really want those that are feeling strong to take heed to what God's Word says, as this song points out. And it's a great video if you've never seen it, by Casting Crowns. But this part, and I'll be honest, it's hard for me to read with these bifocals. It has to be at a certain distance, but in Corinthians 10:12, it warns them. And I'd love to read you the whole passage, but I'll just read a few verses. But it says, and this is NIV, so if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. No temptation has overtaken you except what is common to mankind. And God is faithful, and He will never let you be tempted beyond what you can bear. But when you are tempted, He will also provide a way out so that you can endure it. I don't think that, I know in my lifetime, that was never like just a plunge. It was, as this song says, it was a slow fade. You start here, and then you let this go, and this go, and this go, and then the next thing you know, you turn around, and it's all gone. And as new Christians and as new people that are in the ministry, I just want you to give heed to God's word. Never think that you're standing so firm that you can't fall. But He will deliver you from that. He never puts more on you than you can bear. And I just wanted to encourage somebody today that to be careful. Be careful what you see. Be careful what you hear. Because slowly it can fade into right back where you were. So here we go. Slow Fade by Casting Crowns. Be careful, little eyes, what you see. It's a second glance that ties your hands as darkness pulls the strings. Be careful, little feet, where you go, for it's little feet behind you that are sure to follow. 'Cause it's a slow thing when you give yourself away. It's a slow thing when black and white have turned to gray and thoughts invade and choices are made. A price will be paid when you give yourself away. People never crumble in a day. It's a slow thing. It's a slow thing. Be careful, little ears, what you hear. When flattery leads to compromise, the end is always near. Be careful, little lips, what you say. For when empty words and promises lead broken hearts astray. It's a slow thing when you give yourself away. It's a slow thing when black and white have turned to gray and thoughts invade and choices are made. A price will be paid when you give yourself away. People never crumble in a day. The journey from your mind into your hands is shorter than you're thinking. Careful what you think you stand, 'cause you just might be sinking. It's a slow thing when you give yourself away. It's a slow thing when black and white turn to gray and thoughts invade and choices are made. A price will be paid when you give yourself away. People never crumble in a day. Daddies never crumbled in a day. Families never crumble in a day. Careful, little eyes, what you see. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. For the Father up above is looking down in love. Oh, be careful, little eyes, what you see. So, it's kind of like a cautionary tale. Just every day, look to God. Morning, noon, and night. It's very important, and I found it to be the only way that I can live. Because if I don't do that today, tomorrow, and the next day, then that slow fade begins. So I want that to be an encouragement. Be careful. Be careful. Thank you all, and have a blessed day. Have a blessed Sunday. And rock on. God is the only way.